Today we're going to start looking at a new topic. We're going to look at linear relationships. Now linear relationships are where we're able to take two variables. So you'll remember from our topic on algebra, we were talking about variables. Linear relationships are where we're able to take two variables and we're able to make a relationship between those variables that can be represented by a line. So, for example, we might have a linear relationship between volume and time when we're filling up our car at the petrol bowser. Okay, if we pull up to the petrol bowser at time 0, we may only have 10 litres of petrol left. So if each one of these markers up the left-hand axis is the volume in the car, and if this is 10, 20, 30, 40, let's put some numbers on it. So 10, 20, 30, 40. When we pull up to the petrol bowser at time 0, we'll have 10 litres of petrol in our car. Now if the petrol bowser is set so that it delivers petrol into your car at a constant rate, then that means that once you pull the petrol bowser out and you start filling up your car, then the petrol in your car related to time is going to increase in a linear relationship. And so what we might find is that if our time is measured in minutes across the bottom, let's say 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, after 5 minutes we might find that we are full. We've got 40 litres in our car. So if I line up the 5 and the 40 there, then we might end up with 40 litres in our car after 5 minutes. However, we know that we didn't jump from 10 straight to 40. We have a linear relationship because after 1 minute our petrol would have increased by a small amount. After 2 minutes our petrol in our car would have increased by a little bit more. After 3 minutes our petrol would have increased a little bit more, and after 4 minutes the volume of petrol in our car would have increased a little bit more. And so we can actually graph this using a line by drawing a line between our starting and our ending values. And we know that over time, the petrol in our car is increasing in a linear relationship. Now we can do a whole lot of things with this because once we can work out the linear relationship, we can work out how quick the petrol bowser is actually able to fill our car. Okay, the steepness of this line is going to determine speed, because if we have a flat line, then it's going to be a fairly slow rate of change. If we have a very steep line, then it's going to be a very quick rate of change. And so we can do a lot of calculations and a lot of analysis just by creating a graph to be able to find the linear relationship between variables for different situations.